Hi guys, and welcome to the Football Nation podcast, bringing you the Carabao Cup final preview between Manchester United and Newcastle United. The battle of the Uniteds, the battle that was raging on in the 90s when Kevin Keegan would love it if they beat them. You'd be hopefully loving it they beat them if this coming weekend when they go face to face one more time for the Carabao Cup trophy at Wembley. So it's been 55 years since Newcastle last lifted a major trophy. They've had chance after chance. They've had a few chances with the FA Cup, League Cup, Premier League, like I said, back in the 90s. But this is their real kind of moment. They've got a very strong team, minus a few players, which we'll come to as well. But they're coming up against a team who's found a different gear since returning from the World Cup in Manchester United. Manchester United look a lot stronger in defence, midfield, and going forward with the likes of Marcus Rashford scoring goals for fun. So again, we'll look into both of these teams, and we'll pick out some of the best results that Manchester United and Newcastle have had along the way. So sit back and enjoy our preview of the Carabao Cup final. So some of the results this for Newcastle and Manchester United. Some of the ones that stand out to me is the game against Tranmere for Newcastle. They won 2-1. Good result for Newcastle. A bit of early season kind of form is starting to creep into Newcastle. Didn't do the kind of ground out result against Crystal Palace, winning 3-2 in penalties. Then a sticky one for Eddie Howe. His team, Newcastle, against his old team Bournemouth, with an Adam Smith own goal in the 65th minute or so, which I think Bournemouth are a wee bit hard done by, but again Newcastle ground it out, which gave them a game against Leicester in the quarterfinals at St James's Park. Electric atmosphere with the war flags in full voice, and place was bouncing from minute one to minute end, and it had to be the local boy Dan Burn getting his first goal in front of the Gallagher end, and all that would mean to him, his friends, his family, who were there watching him scoring that goal. And again, like I said, in front of the Gallagher end, where his boyhood hero Alan Shearer scored so many goals, and now he can say I've scored for Newcastle at the Gallagher end. Fantastic. It's a fantastic story for Dan Burn. And then the honorary Geordie, Mr. Joe Linton, whose form is turned around dramatically with his new position, just maybe off the striker or in midfield as a kind of box to box midfielder, because you see him defending, you see him attacking, you see him mopping up in midfield, making plays between him and Almiron or Callum Wilson or St Maximan. He's now became an all round good player from where he was a couple of seasons ago when he first came in as a main striker for Newcastle. And then the semi-final for Newcastle, their big chance to get to a cup final in first time to win a trophy possibly in 55 years. They get a sticky game against Southampton, who beat Manchester City 2-0 to get to where they were. And this was Nathan Jones, Southampton. So Newcastle only won 1-0, but I could tell you a different story. Joelinton could have had a hat-trick in the first half for Newcastle. The chance he missed at nothing each when all got played in by, I think it was either Trippier or Almiron. played to the back post. There's Joe Linton running onto it. All he needs to do is just tap it into the back of the net. Goes over the bar. How has he missed it? Nobody knows. But, and then, like I said, they adopted Geordie. Joe Linton comes in, makes it 1-0 to Newcastle. And then Kaleta Mar gets sent off. That was kind of that for the first leg at St Mary's. And then we come back to St James's Park again. Stadium's electric. The war flags are out in full blast again. Stadium's jumping. What happens this time at St James's Park? Another local boy, Sean Longstaff, gets a double. Again at the Gallagher end. Fantastic result for Newcastle. But Southampton gave them a bit of a scare when Che Adams scored again a fantastic goal. There was 3 fantastic goals in that game. But Southampton just ran out of steam. And then Bruno Guimaraes got sent off for a pretty nasty challenge in the game. But again, they ground out the result, which was fantastic for Newcastle fans. First time possibly in a long time they've got a chance to win a trophy, silverware, to bring it to Newcastle under the new regime at St James's Park. But they're going to be without Nick Pope on Sunday, with giving Nick Pope's record for Newcastle this season, it's second to none. The defence has become it's been very, very hard to beat Newcastle when Nick Pope and the defence has been on song. But now they've got to play. They can't play Dubravka because he played against Manchester United in the Carabao Cup for them. And now they've got to go with Loris Karius. And as most people are aware, Loris Karius' last game for an English club was for Liverpool in the Champions League final against Real Madrid, where Karius dropped a few clangers, if you will. He was not in top form. So whatever Karius comes out on Sunday, I hope Newcastle fans can get right behind him, make him feel that it's him, nobody else. The Pope, he just think he's the number one, has been for the whole season. Give him his full support, full backing. I know he's not played at all for Newcastle, so it's going to be hard for him coming in to that team that knows Pope so well. But Pope done something stupid at the weekend against Liverpool. It's a mistake. People make mistakes, just as Karius has made mistakes. So let's hope that nothing happens to Karius in relation to any bad mistakes. Now, to talk about the other team in this cup final, this team's came on leaps and bounds since the World Cup has came return. So since the league has came back from the World Cup, with Manchester United scoring goals, not being very hard to beat as well, and especially in this Carabao Cup, they've only conceded 2 goals. And their run to the Carabao Cup final, that was 2 against Aston Villa, with Marcus Rashford, Martial, Fernandes and McTominay scoring. The only 2 goals they conceded was an Ollie Watkins goal and a Diego Dallo own goal for Aston Villa. And then they go into Burnley and face an old foe in Vincent Kompany, where Christian Eriksen gets a goal, and again Marcus Rashford continues his fantastic scoring form since coming back from the World Cup. Then Manchester United get probably the easiest tie they could have got out of it. I mean, take no disrespect against Charlton. Charlton deserved to be in the quarterfinals against Manchester United. They were fantastic this season. But Manchester United's getting the 3-0 victory, with Anthony getting his goal, and again Marcus Rashford with a double. Marcus Rashford's found a new lease of life under Ten Hag, and you've got to take your hat off to both Rashford and Ten Hag for the form and the mentality of Marcus Rashford. He said he won't be beaten. He's the informed player at this moment in time, in my opinion, in the Premier League. So then it comes to the semi-final against Forest. Forest had been picking up a couple of results here and there. Nothing too major to shout about. First game is at the City Ground. Manchester United win 3-0 again. Marcus Rashford, Wout Weghorst getting his first goal for Manchester United, and Bruno Fernandes, the captain, scoring to make it 3-0 to United. Then the second leg, back at Old Trafford, finished 2-0 to Manchester United, with Anthony Martial and Fred the goal scorers, which got them to the Carabao Cup final against Newcastle. So where can this game be won and lost for both teams? Well, I've already mentioned that goalkeeping situation at Newcastle is a bit of an issue, with obviously Nick Pope not being between the sticks as he normally is. But the midfield, I would say, for Newcastle, if they can get a hold of likes of Casemiro and Fred, which I believe it will probably would be the midfield on Sunday. Maybe Sabitzer comes in as well. But if that midfield and defence can keep Marcus Rashford quiet, then they've got a massive chance of picking something up. On the flip side, for Manchester United, if they can keep Almiron quiet, if they can keep Maximan quiet, because I believe he'll probably play, and if you can keep Callum, depends who they put up front, if it's going to be Alexander Isak or if it's going to be Callum Wilson, if he's fit enough to start at Wembley on Sunday. Both of them are two different types of player. Callum Wilson likes to kind of ball into feet, Isak likes the ball into feet and kind of runs with it, whereas Callum Wilson likes the ball just in behind. But it's kind of difficult when you've got Rafa Varane and Martinez at the back line, two world-class defenders. It will be interesting to see how both teams set up. Prediction-wise, I'm going to go... My heart says Newcastle, because I want Newcastle to win their first trophy in 55 years. But going on form, you can't see past Manchester United. That's just my prediction. What are your predictions, guys, in chat? Please leave a like and comment regarding who you think will win the Carabao Cup. My name's Chris. Please, again, drop us a follow, drop us a subscription. It means the world to us. Thank you very much. Thanks, guys, for watching, and enjoy the game on Sunday.